Bye. Have I been fired? Oh, everything's gonna go to shit now, right? I'm gonna get fucked in like literally every sense of the word. I have nowhere to return to anymore. This isn't an opportunity to go back to my old life. That was never an option for me. Because I'm probably gonna get like, I don't know, ostracized from Gaia. Because Suzaki's not gonna want to fucking deal with me probably because it's gonna get back to him. Blah 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 blah. Asuka's shop thing's gonna fuck me. I spend the next several days going back and forth between Asuka's shop and my room. Kotori said she'd make a new barrier, but I made her go home for now. She has a life to go back to. Oh god, Kotori can finally be happy. Yay! I still don't see any sign of either organization making a move. Suzaki hasn't summoned me since the last incident. At the temple, I indifferently do whatever work I'm given. Indifferently. I don't have much of anything to do at Guardian either. There's no need for me to watch an area of the forest all the time. As long as I keep telling them nothing out of the ordinary, no one seems to care. Managing the shop is also too easy to call work. I've always been thinking about belonging somewhere. Not having a place where I belong makes me anxious. Not because I'm not used to it. Because I'm not used to myself. I should have focused on finding my identity, not on becoming someone important or respected. I should have tried to become myself. Hey, that's actually really important to do. But who is that? A lot of people flash through my mind. Everyone's leading the life they decide to live. Well, not all of them. Amamiya started out as a school dropout, but even he has a purpose now. Nagai never found her place at Guardian, but she gained a new persona later. Lewis was already Lewis by the time I met him. Asuka, Kashima Sakura, Suzaki, Mikuni, all of them clearly knew what they wanted in life. Actually, I don't think Suzaki did know what he wanted in life. For the longest time. I ran away from home and threw away my past. I decided to help Kagari, but lately I've only been protecting her. Can I become more cruel? Can I sacrifice people I know? Of course not. Even if I tell myself I can. When the time comes to do it, I'm going to hesitate. Is there a price that I can pay? Price left that I can pay. I slide off my wristband. The scar is still there. That's the one thing I do have. After closing the shop, I go visit Kotori. In her cold living room, I ask about borrowing a familiar. I take a few of her animals and all the birds she had on her. Fuck Christ. Words. Kotori also has some special elephant and dog-like familiars, but I can't use anything that powerful. She normally keeps them in the bedroom. Of course, I can't make contracts with them. So I'm asking Kotori to control them for me. Fuck what she wants. Based. Next up, I head to one of my safe houses. I'm prepared for this. I distributed the necessary equipment across all 3 safe houses. I'll be doing this work in the city. I gathered all this stuff because I knew it would be there. In this situation, if the situation won't change, I should make a change. That's what Kagari wanted. I think that's just a bad idea, but okay. I've been hesitating to act because I fear the risk. Okay. You know what? You do you, buddy, but I really think this is the wrong idea. Who am I? I ask myself. I can answer immediately. Well, that's not really being yourself. A lonely boatman, following a faraway flame, floating in a sea of darkness. That's what I am. I'm not dragging my friends along this cruel road. That's why I'm alone. I'm not going to lose sight of this anymore. Before I realize that I'm smiling. There's no time to waste, but my heart is calm. I start turning on all the machinery. I know Kagri hasn't left the city. I can use GPS to trace her for only 500 yen a month. Since her position changes a little from time to time, I know she hasn't thrown away the transmitter I gave her. Kagri's on that hill. After checking the topographical map, I can be sure of that. How has she felt over the last few days as she gazed at the town? I doubt there are any good memories there. Well, if you kill people, there definitely aren't any. I still don't know what that means. I actually don't know either. I think it's just a really vague thing. I assume she meant humanity using its intelligence to control their combat instincts. But is that really accurate? Even Kagri doesn't know. I'll just have to find out. After I break the vicious cycle of hostilities between Gaia and Guardian, Kagri herself will have to judge how good it is. That's probably the largest scale achievement I can hope for as a single individual. I can't stop humanity from destroying the environment or consuming too many resources. So, same with discrimination and fighting. I mean, discrimination will literally always exist so long as humans fucking exist. Jesus Christ. This is the only thing I can affect. Well, I mean, actually, it won't exist if, like, we just have, like, a fucking world where everyone's around each other and not, like, cut off. Because the more people are isolated, the more discrimination's gonna fucking happen. Because that's just how things work. Racism goes down, the more people are around each other. Sexism goes down, the more males and females interacts with each other. Like, it's just how shit works. So, honestly, just gotta fucking suck it up sometimes. And get over yourself. I control my bodily fluids to alter my face. I know where the familiars watching the forest are. I know exactly where both organization recon units are. There. An out-of-place owl sitting on a high branch. That's a familiar with powerful vision. Just one of them can cover a huge area. I climb up to a tree on the side I can't see. On the side it can't see. And reach to the same height. I pull a cylinder out of my pocket and extend it like a spyglass. I insert a syringe and push it down until I hear a click. All set. I put the tube to my mouth and aim carefully. This is a custom order to one of the firearm manufacturers connected to Guardian, so the construction is solid. Probably could have just used a gun. I blow into it. The lock inside the device releases and the syringe is silently lost in the darkness. It hits the familiar. The chemical is a high-density pollutant. It wouldn't even kill a human, but it's designed to harm familiars. It's just fucking CO2. It works perfectly. The outline of the familiar warps, falls apart, and turns to dust. Damn, why doesn't Guardian use this more often? Familiars made from plants or animals are very weak to pollutants. Like, instead of them like, oh, damn, we accidentally fucking shot some humans. Like, just have different guns for different purposes. Jesus. This seems way easier to use on familiars. What the fuck? Guardian. Just being Guardian every single fucking time. I can't go back now. Now you can't? I accept that fact along with the slight sense of accomplishment. Fucking now I can't go back. Really? Now? Next day, I do the same thing to the other two other surveillance familiars. Wait, what? Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just do it all in the same day? I feel like doing it one day at a time would be bad. That night, the temple is in an uproar. I'm not allowed to know what's going on in other departments, but it's obvious that something bad happened. Yeah, all their scouts died. The day after that. The force is obviously on high alert. Yeah, because their scouts died. Several birds are flying around. So many it's as noisy as a colony of bats. There's probably hounds on the ground too. They're concentrated in the areas where I killed those owls. Yeah, no shit. So I started hunting all familiars in a 10-kilometer radius. I can't wait to see their faces tomorrow.
久々の RPG 感覚。
Jesus. It's much easier to just enjoy it. Not only do I have a massive intelligence advantage over them, but my anti-familiar combat skills have risen quite a bit. As expected, there's an emergency meeting the next morning. I close the antique shop early so I can attend. Hey guys! Summoners are being gathered here and assigned roles. I want you to fucking level that goddamn forest. When's that order getting out? No unnecessary information comes down to grunts like us. We just get orders. But from the meeting, I learned that the hill is now part of the search area. Oops. My job is to take some familiars currently under development and get them combat ready. The R&D guys obviously don't like this. They never want to send something out incomplete. But I managed to get a couple familiars ready to go in almost no time at all. I try to focus on ones that aren't good at gathering information. Naturally. Some of them are capable of sensing Kagri. Kagri's invisibility varies depending on the individual. In particular, it's much easier for familiars to see her than people. Either way, I'll have to do something.
そろそろステージが上がるな。
Now we're gonna fuck with Guardian shit? At night, I leave the temple. Summoner is moving directly from the artificial future to the real-world forest. Convenient shortcuts connecting the two Kazamatsuris. That's how so many men in suspicious robes can get around without freaking people out. I like to use them as well, but the entrances are all carefully watched. Plus, you have some special sap with microbial familiars to draw a magic circle if you want to make connections. For secrecy reasons, those things are kept under lockdown. Of course. I get around on foot by taxi. Yeah, but you're just a regular person. After avoiding all the other summoners, I find the patrol team assigned to the hill. There's 4 of them. Well, sorry guys. So there should be 4 familiars up ahead of them. If Kagri tries to fight back, everyone will know where she is. Even if she doesn't, a familiar will probably sense her presence and a summoner will know about it. And even if the familiars don't see Kagri, it's possible one of these summoners can. So if a single one of the familiars or summoners is assigned to having their awareness disrupted, she's doomed.
発見率にして 20% ってところか。
That's too high to ignore. I follow the 4 of them carefully. Fucking backstab, baby. Then one of them notices something. He insists to the other that there's something
そう
nearby.
なったか。
If they go through here without seeing anything, that'd be the end of it. But they found her. Which is a shame. Yeah, she probably shouldn't have ran off on her own. But I can't hesitate. I'm the only one I'm only protecting people I know. Everyone else is fair game. Sorry, buddy. My familiar's dead. A hunter? No, I sense something. I sense nothing. Surrounded with the other 3 until we can be sure. The familiars are up ahead, so they can't see me. I close in on their defenseless backs. Put a hand over the first one's mouth, pull him to the shadows, and slit his throat. Fuck. His body twitches and stiffens in my arm. God! My knife is blocking his windpipe, so he can't make any noise. It takes him a few seconds to die. I feel like he could have used his power for that one rather than just like a regular knife, but yeah, sure. Since I did that silently, no one noticed. The other 3 are still walking. I slowly approach the second one. It takes 15 seconds to kill all 4. I check my GPS. The dot representing Kagri is right in front of me. One of the summoners said their familiar died. No doubt Kagri did that herself. Yeah? This was probably her first time fighting something Gaia sent after her on purpose. Wonder if that worried her. Her mind has reached the level where she can feel complex emotions like that.
今は会えない。
I need Kagri to continue acting as bait for a little longer. It's not fair on her. But we need to take those risks in order to achieve our objectives. Yeah, I feel like, but if this group died, that they'll be like, yeah, something's over here. We should send more people to investigate this. But that's just my fucking thoughts on that.
安心しろよ係俺もちゃんと代価を支払うからさ
Well, Martel will find these 4 bodies later. I need to make it impossible for them to tell the killer was human. I use a familiar to very thoroughly destroy their bodies. Ideally, they'll assume Kagri did this. But I don't mind if they think some unknown creature did it. The important part is ensuring that they don't think a superhuman was involved. I don't feel sick at all anymore. I'm too used to seeing blood. The whole area is covered in it. Christ. After that, I head back to the temple and watch what happened. They confirm on one of the search teams never came back. Yeah, they'll just look at where it's from. A few hours later, someone reports finding mutilated summoner bodies. The situation changes rapidly. And then someone finally says it. Could this be the key? The rest is just a surging wave. News will spread to other people. Hey, look, the key. Kaguri's running. With no expression with inhuman speed. Familiars fly after her, ribbons reaching through the air and wrap around branches. They can expand and contract at will with superhuman strength. Kaguri's body is carried up the tree in an instant. She crosses from tree to tree, and when a bird-type familiar attacks, she flees back into the undergrowth. Kaguri definitely isn't meant for combat, but she's strong enough to deal with the smaller familiars. I enjoy watching her suffer. Jesus, Katara, what the fuck? She's clearly a wild creature. The attackers know that, so they attack in waves, hoping she'll make a mistake. They're also funneling her toward an ambush. A huge number of familiars are lying in wait. They're hoping to overwhelm her with sheer numbers. Right now, Kaguri's running right into their trap. Kaguri isn't even aware of the concept. She's very wary, but she can't predict her enemy's movements. Wary. Kaguri needs more help to make it through this. I checked the information from my leaf bird against a map of the area. I can tell where the ambush will be.
進め
The 4 mammoths rush off into the forest all at once. There are familiars that Kotori made out of an elephant tusk. They have the ability of a hound alongside powerful trunks and tusks. Even superhumans can screw up if they get ambushed. These familiars are perfect for throwing off plans. Since it's difficult to give complex directions to several different familiars, these guys are made with very strong attacking instincts. As long as I give them a target, they'll auto-attack it. Gaia doesn't like this approach, but since druids are meant to control several familiars all by themselves, Kotori had no trouble setting this up. My bird's eye view of the battlefield shows Kaguri rapidly approaching the trap. Stunned.
よしよし遅え
That was a very muted attack scream. I give them their orders and the mammoths charge. I learned from a different bird that several of the summoners lying in wait are being killed off. Oh, damn. When summoners die, their familiars stop. I watch Kaguri break through the remaining familiars. Though the slaughter continues. I told my familiars to kill everyone they found. No survivors! The team that was trying to capture Kaguri will all die. That way Gaia will think Kaguri killed them all. Otherwise they'll realize something else was at work. Even summoners who've given up on life have an instinctive fear of death. Screams, agonized faces. Many of them. I like seeing them. It was a large unit, but they're all dead now. Except one gets away.
戻れ
I tell the familiars to come back. The straggler is moving fast, and Leafbird's already lost track of him. It's possible he's riding a familiar. He's heading toward me. You threw it, buddy. Oh, he's pulling. Never mind. I pull a knife from my ankle holster and wait. The other guy threw it. There. Looks about as big as a St. Bernard, and there's a summoner on top. I'm just chilling. When he sees me standing in his way, his face fills with shock. I leap straight forward and jump kick him in the face. He can't do anything. I can feel his vertebrae breaking. Oh, dear Jesus! The giant dog crumbles into sand in mid-stride, and the summoner's corpse gets thrown aside. I look under the hood. It's a woman younger than me. Well, was. With a huge unsightly birthmark on her face. That suck, bitch. She'd be perfectly cute without that. Well, maybe that's why she wanted to kill herself. I sympathize. But that's all. I can't apologize, and I'm not going to regret this. Well, it's a little late to fucking apologize. What the fuck do you mean? You broke her fucking back. My duty makes my pain disappear. It was probably the same for her. Anyway, Kaguri escaped. I'm done for today. I do like just using her as fucking bait. It's a good meme. But I do have nightmares. The pain may vanish, yet the wounds remain. But no matter how many wounds I have, I have to keep moving forward. Hey, how's it going? There are signs of Martel getting ready for a large combat operation, large scale. It's not something I can deal with by myself. I submit a report to Amami about suspicious movements from Gaia.
マジかこれ。
あ
I describe it to him directly in addition to a written report. Amami leaves the restaurants with these documents in hand. Sucker. Though technically it's true, they are mounting a big attack. The next day, command post is set up. It only took them one day to scrutinize and choose to act on my report. Well, it's better to act than not. In Guardian, it's customary to make temporary HQs in a tenant building. But to establish an HQ in the middle of enemy territory while maintaining secrecy, they avoid that. Since they're very careful about these things, there's no way I can bug any of the rooms. But there's still an option. That same day, Nishikojo brings in a guest.
同期の大西だ。覚えてか？
Nope.
ああおぼろげにな
Fuck that. Hey, it's been a while. How you been? A heavy-set man comes in, bows energetically. He looks like he might have done judo or something. Apparently he's a superhuman capable of seeing Kagure. Oh, you too? Awkward. I remember everyone's name and face, including guys who weren't in basic training with me. People like this are called eyes. Just having that power gives him a salary several times greater than mine. Fucking lucky bitch. And the thing is, he could just sit on his ass all day. Only a handful of people in Japan have that power. Wait, what? Damn it, you should have said you have that power, so you could see. Since Kagure could be anywhere on Earth, for all they know, he's probably the only eyes we're going to get. So I guess I'll just have to cut him out. You're Tenoji, right? I know we haven't spoken much, but I heard you have a lot of combat experience.
あ
That's pretty impressive. You look a lot tougher than you used to.
そんなことは
Not that. Grades don't matter once you get into the real world. Being the winner in the end is what's really amazing. Grades only matter when you get there. Do you remember Mikini? He didn't understand that back then, and neither did we. Yeah, I saw what fucking happened to him. Christ. I don't remember making a good impression on you guys. But you must have said something about me to Eska, right? Yeah.
いや、目はいるっしょ。ほんと、そんだけよ。
Feels bad.
そうだなガキじゃあるまいし昔のことなんて根に持ってない
This guy's such a fucking loser, though. Jesus fucking Christ. Thank you. I'm glad to be part of something this huge. Teach me when you know about real combat. Teach me what you know about real combat. He bows deeply again. I look forward to working with you both. I decided not to have any personal conversations with this guy. He's weird. If I start liking him, I won't be able to kill him later. You don't have to technically kill him, you just have to blind him. That's really fucking dark, and technically, in a way that is literally killing him, because that's literally his entire job in existence. At the moment, Suzaki is the only one making moves. The Kashima faction is remaining silent regarding the key's appearance. But today, a huge group of women is visiting the temple. Oof. Singers. Apparently, they're going to be performing some ancient folk music at a ceremony during the Harvest Festival. Yep, it's completely harmless fun. It's just singers. Nothing else. Even from far away, I can tell how terrifying those women are. I doubt a single one of them loves the world. They believe the very existence of life is a grievous sin. I see that in all of their eyes. Silent fanatics. Far more incomprehensible than on Suzuki's side.
マジでやばくなるな。
It hits me that the Harvest Festival is only a few weeks away. Later that day, 1800 hours, the first search team enters the forest. Onoishi's been assigned to them. I know that because of the state-of-the-art bug I placed on Imamiya's laptop. Dumb fuck downloaded the porn I sent him. Hey, got his ass. It can record keystroke sounds as well as voices. Why do you need sounds when you could just get a key logger? At the same time, I'm the one summoner sent to wander around the mountains. I guess I don't know how the sounds would help. We're going to try to find the key up there. The operation begins. Gaia's forces fan out across the search area. At the same time, Guardian focuses on observing them from the sidelines. It'll be a lot harder to kill these people and make it seem natural. They have their familiars moving ahead of them, so the superhumans are approaching them from the side unopposed. They're defenseless because they don't know what the Guardian's doing. Like, the only thing you could do is, like, guarantee that they fucking die. Which is mean to help the Gaia. They were sure that Guardian wouldn't know about their own plans in such great detail. This huge search team was deployed hastily, so they have almost no combat familiars at all.
所詮はガーディアンの圧勝になる。
I need to make reality line up with my script. To do that, I wake up the 4 familiars I left waiting in the area. Well, you can't tell them to kill, because they'll just fucking kill everything. It's easy to make an inexperienced combat team self-destruct. When Guardian's search team gets unexpectedly attacked by familiars, one squad immediately changes plans. They follow the familiars as they retreat and prepare to take revenge on the summoners up ahead. Smart, actually, for once. Of course, Amamiya didn't tell them to do that. They made that call themselves. Yeah, because Amamiya is stupid. At this point, Gaius first realized that Guardian's in the area. I watched them panic. Most of them aren't combat personnel. They outnumber the superhumans, but they're still completely outgunned. They attempt to counterattack, but it's almost childishly incompetent. Just some uncoordinated familiars randomly attacking, which obviously isn't going to do shit. That just provokes Guardian more. The superhumans let their hunting instincts take over, so they found a herd of deer. As if they found a herd of deer. After several screens from the summoners, the force becomes silent. Getting back into formation is a fairly advanced technique. A flock of birds can't be expected to do that. Even though I caused this, I find it oddly irritating. They should be sending familiars after the superhumans to cover their own retreat. It's perfectly standard tactic. But part of real combat is being able to do things like that, even when it's obviously the right move. Being unable to do that. Fuck. The summoners start instinctively calling their familiars back. To protect themselves. They have no unity whatsoever anymore. I mean, what good's a fucking familiar gonna do next to you when you get a fucking bullet in the head? Though I could say that about both sides. Wait, we can't just...
でもこのままでは襲われてしまいます。
What? I don't think. We still shouldn't do that without permission from above. I am above. The middle-aged man doesn't seem even notice that he's blatantly ignoring the problem we're
と
facing.
ても調査ができる状況じゃないです。ここで防御に徹し、偵察を出すというのはどうです。状況を把握しないと、後で報告もできませんよ。
Yes, you're right. Could you do that?
はい。
As I defend them, the confusion continues. Okay, we have permission to bring back our familiars. Everyone defend yourselves. You go inform the other
行って
teams.
まいります。
I'll get right on that. I leave the team, and from here on, I'm acting alone. I'm going to return to my team today. Even if they don't die, I can just say someone from Guardian prevented me from getting back to them. Yeah, sure, fuck it. There's something I want to do right away. My phone vibrates. It's from Kotori. Hey, I'm busy.
察知したか。
Well, she is in need. She has more than enough time to figure it out. I can't reply right now. I make sure Kaguri's in a safe location, then put my phone back in my belt pouch. I run through the forest.